All right, had a little bit of a problem regarding orientation in terms of vertical, horizontal. But here we are, and I wanted to say good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining me today in lovely Florida, although the weather isn't that great, but the opportunity just to be in the surrounding nature with, palm trees, gators, and the fantasy of the sun coming out is a positive imagery to put in my mind. All right, today what I wanted to discuss first of all, happy holidays to everybody who celebrated their holidays. Hope you have the energy now to revitalize yourself, to join with manifesting for the new year that's coming, and the opportunity for you to look into the future coming up and create a positive result for whatever you're looking to do. One of the things I wanted to discuss today was mind, body, and spirit. Many times we like to separate ourselves, our mind from our body, and think that our body is separate from our mind, when obviously we've learned and we know that there's a correlation obviously between our mind and body in terms of the way we think creates a specific type of chemical reaction in our body and different types of effects on our system. So for example, when we're happy, right, we produce more serotonin, we have lower levels of cortisol in the bloodstream, which reduces the amount of sugar that's secreted, that lowers our risk for insulin resistance types of diseases. And on the contrary, when we're under stress and our thoughts are embedded in negativity or overwhelmed, then our blood pressure goes up, our cortisol levels go up, our adrenals work harder, right, to suppress the stress that we're feeling, and it becomes a whole type of effect on the whole system. One of the birds over here. As it relates to our mind and body, right, we, as I said before, we try to disconnect ourselves. Our ego sometimes gets in the way of not really wanting us to really feel the pain that we feel, or whatever we may feel that's negative. And so what happens is that we separate ourselves from our emotions. We don't see the correlation, and many times when we go for conventional types of treatments, it only treats the specific spot or the specific ailment itself with really no correlation related to emotions. From traditional Chinese medicine, right, we know that, or we can learn about that the fact that our digestive systems is things like that we can't digest. The heart, right, it has a correlation between our feelings of love, our feelings of self-rejection, our feelings of self-doubt, and the inability to connect to people. And if we have those specific emotions going on, then our heart will feel that. It's also known scientifically that we have three brains, right? We have the heart, we have the gut health, and we have brain health. The three in correlation work together, three different brains. And those specific parts of ourselves actually send certain information throughout our body to create a sense of connection between our mind and body itself. So our body's alerting us if we pay attention. The problem is that sometimes we don't want to feel the emotions that are tied into stresses, and what we do is we separate our brain from our body. The intention is to try to bring it all together. As it applies to our soul, right, or spirit, we're not just physical bodies, we're energetic bodies that are giving off or emitting light. And just because we see the skin, people can also see the aura, which is the energy, the electrons that are being pulsating around the human body. And obviously when it's strong, you can see it, and when it's weak, you can't. And also certain people see specific colors related to specific organs or chakras in the body that alert a person. So the spirit is our connection to the universe, whatever it may be, through religion, through energy, through whatever you feel connected to your higher self. And those words or those messages that we receive help bring everything together. Again, we don't really want to disconnect ourselves from that energy that we have access to and that information that we have access to. So we have the mind, we have the body, and the spirit. And when those three entities in terms of variables are working together, we're more balanced. And many of the ways that we can balance it is through meditation, through journaling, through deep breathing, through exercise, Tai Chi, whatever you feel. It takes us, it's important for us to actually really surrender. And once we surrender, then we start noticing the natural processes that'll take place, within us and around us. And those three parts will become more balanced. And also being mindful, right? Being aware that we are mind, body, and spirit. And surrendering to that allows us, again, to become whole. All right, so I'd like us to journey today to our spirit animal and find out what aspect of yourself needs more work, whether it's mind, body, or spirit. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale, and let's start our journey. We're walking into a beautiful forest, a sandy forest. The weather is warm and sunny. And we hear the birds in the trees whistling. And as we walk this path, we look up and we feel our connection to the earth. We breathe in the fresh air. We hear the noises around us. We feel the breeze on our body. We continue walking on this path, which starts to wind to the left and then downward. And the ground beneath us becomes more dirt-like. And then filled with grass. And as we exit this forest, in front of us is a beautiful green valley. Wide and open. And ahead is a beautiful, huge boulder, maybe 30 to 40 feet high, and about 30 to 40 feet wide. And there's an opening that goes into the ground. And you walk that path into that opening, breathing, keeping in mind, body, and spirit. The three working together. And as you walk through this little opening in this cave, you come to the other side, and you're met by a spirit animal. What animal do you see? You stand in your tracks and look at the animal. And you ask the animal, mind, body, or spirit? What do I need to do to join the three together? Or which one am I lacking in? And you listen for the answer. You concentrate and listen to how this applies to your life. fact that your mind, body, and spirit assimilating the information that you just heard from your spirit animal, being open to the information, and doubting no information you receive. Your spirit animal moves away, and you're left in front of you of any sights that you see in front. You take a deep breath in, and you try to comprehend the information you had. Acceptance and surrender. Deep breath in and then turn back into the cave. Along the winding cave pathway. And you come out of that little big boulder out in the field and follow the path back on the grassy path. With renewed stability, sense of understanding, your connection to the earth, that we are not separate. And we walk on the path that leads back up the hill onto the sandy ground beneath us. To the left in front of us is an oak tree. We put our hands on this oak tree and we exchange energy with nature. The tree removes the positive ions, balancing your system. And you take a deep breath in and release. Walk out of the forest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes. And when you're ready, come back into the room. And thank you for joining me. I hope you were able to connect to a spirit animal and that you're able to have an understanding of the concept of mind, body, and spirit, a triangle of connection that keeps us aware, mindful, present, and in the process of acceptance. Our ability to connect to spirit, however that may be, the understanding that we're more than just our physical body, the fact that our mind and body work together hand in hand, and that our emotions are not separate from our physical body. The fact that we have physical ailments and that we can have physiological changes in our body based upon the way we think and feel are perfect examples of how our body is affected, and how when we deal with our feelings, how certain physical ailments are released or improved. All right, I want to thank you for joining me. Try to be aware and mindful that you are the three, however it may be for you, and whatever path you're on in discovering that is excellent. And I want to thank you for joining me. And again, if you're interested, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give it a like, and hopefully you enjoy yourself today. All right, have a great day. Thank you.